A rare opportunity. Let's check out the backstage of the Sky Splitter. Maybe there's something exciting going on backstage that you won't be able to see from the spectator seats.
Why did you want to participate in the war dance?
Because I was qualified to participate?
Isn't that Luka? Why is he here on the Law Fu? Luka! Didn't expect to see you here.
Trailblazer? Why are you here? I see. This is my first time leaving Belobog to compete in outer space.
Are you a friend of Mr. Luka's? Allow me to introduce myself. I am an interastral peace entertainment journalist in training, Carmela. I was supposed to follow Mr. Albert to cover the war dance together, but he's got a million things to attend to. So, the tasks of interviewing the popular contenders and producing the special program fell on my shoulders. Oh, these are huge responsibilities. I've been interning for so many years. If I screw this up, I doubt I'll ever get the chance at a full-time role.
Ooh, the IPC sure is harsh.
It'll be fine. It's just my boss trying to mentor me. As long as I get some shots that'll shock and awe, I'm sure I'll be able to clinch a full-time job this year. I can sense the potential of a juicy program just through Luka alone.
Really? I'm not so sure about that. Why did I choose to participate in the war dance? It's a long story. You two, let's take a walk. I can tell you all about why I'm here on the way. Nat, how long do I have left?
Not long, Luka. Best brace yourself.
Is there anything else I can do?
You're already at this stage. Just eat whatever you like.
Well, that won't do. I can't be gorging on garbage at this pivotal moment. It'll ruin my energy levels.
I know. You can't wait to join the finals of the Belobog representative qualifiers. But Japard isn't a pushover either.
I've been hard at work studying how Mr. Japard moves. Just wait and see. I'll defeat Mr. Japard and be the first Belobog fighter in 700 years to qualify for a competition in space.
Luka, you've always had this bad habit of taking a hit to exploit a weakness, but Japard's much stronger than you. So remember, stay away from his punches.
Master, been telling me that the entire trip. My ears are about to fall off.
Fine, enough prattle. But don't let the need to win weigh too heavily on you either. Even if you don't make it to that Xianzhou Lofu, you've made it to the final to fight against Japard. That's enough to make anyone proud.
That won't do! Luka promised Hook that he has to win the final and take Hook up there to see the stars beyond.
He sure got some daydreams on you, little one.
Don't worry, Master Oleg and Pitch Dark Hook the Great. I'll win this for sure. Mr. Japard, I've always been hoping to fight you. There's no one in the overworld more worth challenging than you.
I'm honored. I've also been raring to witness the strength of the legendary Luka Strongarm.
I'm not great at conversation, so it's a good thing we're both warriors. We don't have to use words to understand each other.
Well said, Luka. Let your determined desire for victory speak through your fists.
Is that all you got?
Our position is solid.
Don't get cocky!
In the name of preservation! Resistance is futile!
Now we're talking. Step out of it. Let's see some sparks fly!
Our position is solid!
Don't get cocky! Is that all you got?
This ends here!
I've lost. Mr. Japard, you were better than me.
Luka, there wasn't ever any doubt in your technique and strength. But you were too concerned with winning. And that prevented you from unleashing your utmost.
Then what am I doing here, if not to attain victory?
That's a question you need to ask yourself. From my experience, a person's inner voices make far too much noise, especially so during safe and quiet moments. Ironically, the voices that truly matter often become audible only in moments of pain, discomfort, and peril. When perhaps you leave your cozy hometown and head to the unfamiliar Luo Fu, you will find your answer.
Hold on. When I reach the Luo Fu? But you won.
Truth be told, I can't just drop my work and leave Belobog. My reason for coming to this martial tournament was to verify if you were good enough to contend against competitors from other worlds. And now I see you're good enough. You're younger and more upbeat than I am. A far more appropriate image for Belobog. Don't forget that the reason we're participating in the war dance is also to promote Eurilo 6 to the rest of the cosmos. Luka, I'm entrusting the chance of attending the war dance on the Xianzhou Luo Fu to you.
Mr. Japard, please, don't pity me. Chances must be earned fairly through our own strength.
You are mistaken, Luka. It is not pity. I am lending you this victory, and you will repay me by winning the war dance.
I hereby announce that the contender who has earned the right to represent Belobog in the war dance is Luka!
Understood, Mr. Japard.
Chin up. Let's go. We should head to Klopov Fort and meet with the Supreme Guardian.
Hello, Luka.
Lady Branya! Hi? Sorry, I grew up in the underworld, so I'm not versed in etiquette of any sort.
No need for formalities. You probably know nothing about the Luo Fu. The place you're heading to, correct? Let us take this opportunity to discuss it.
I've always been a little curious. Though Eurilo 6 has restored contact with the outside worlds, we've always just been communicating with the IPC. Why are we suddenly participating in this fighters tournament in this Luo Fu place?
Not long ago, Belobog's interstellar comm space resumed operations. A month ago, we received an invitation with a highly distorted signal. The Xianzhou Lafu cordially invites Yarillo 6's warriors to join the war dance.
We've just resumed outside contact, and the way the IPC describes it, the cosmos has long forgotten us. Why would the Xianzhou so eagerly send an invitation to a city that has been buried in time?
My guess is that it's because we had communications with many worlds before the Eternal Freeze. Luka, have you heard of the story of Igor Haft?
Oh, you mean the legendary warrior? Of course I have! I'll never tire of the story where he led the 8th Iron Legion and engaged in a furious battle against invaders from beyond the sky!
That's him! When the Eternal Freeze subsided, Lynx took the opportunity to explore the ruins of the ancient city of Maslenitsa. A few months ago, she found a lone grave outside the public graveyard. The grave had no body, just a robot arm and a cracked pendant with an embedded gemstone. An IPC worker said that the arm was tech from the old world. As for the stone, it's a Xianzhou implement called a Jade Abacus.
Oh, I've heard about that. Miss Lynx thinks it's Igor's grave.
That's right. The epitaph on the tombstone confirms that hypothesis. The fighter Igor Haft once left Yarillo 6 before the invasion, and then he returned home to join the resistance against the aggressors. No one knows what he did after he left Yarillo 6, and why he decided to come back.
Maybe Igor had been to the Xianzhou? That's why they sent us an invitation?
Maybe Igor even attended the war dance. The Xianzhou people have long lives, so it wouldn't be something that happened long ago for them.
Long story short, regardless of why the Xianzhou Alliance invited us, joining this war dance is of august meaning to Belobog. It symbolizes a chance to introduce ourselves to the cosmos once again. A heroic kingdom that survived both the Legion and the Eternal Freeze with tenacity. Also, if we can leverage this opportunity to establish an amicable exchange with the Xianzhou Alliance, it may provide us with more bargaining power when dealing with the IPC.
Lady Bronya, I'm not well educated, so I don't really know such matters of grandiosity. All I know is that I must achieve glory for Belobog.
Well said. Oh, I almost forgot. Zila had other matters today and couldn't attend today's meeting, but she entrusted me to deliver a message. What's that dolt Japard up to now? Luka, you better fight like your life is on the line. If you lose, I'll make sure you wish you were really dead.
The next day, I hitched a ride with an IPC transport vessel and arrived on the Xianzhou Luofu. The Supreme Guardian hopes that the younger generation can go out and see other worlds. So, she arranged for Lynx and Hook to accompany me. On account of the fact that the three of us know next to nothing about interacting with other cosmic civilizations, she even instructed Svarog to tag along and be our guide. I never thought that, while we were processing our entry papers at the Skyfaring Commission, we would run into another surprise.
We've double-checked. This invitation did indeed come from the Luofu, but after checking the stamp, this invitation was dated 400 years ago.
400 years ago? How is that possible? We just received this invite not too long ago.
We can assume that this invite was delayed in transmission and only reached us after the restoration of communications.
I'm afraid this Arumaton is right. You received an invitation that is 400 years late.
So, we weren't invited. Oh no. This trip has all been for nothing then. How am I going to explain this to Lady Bronya and Mr. Japard? They have high hopes for me.
According to calculations, the thing that we should be considering first is not emotions, but if we are not invited guests, then we will be responsible for all costs incurred while staying here. Conclusion: we cannot afford it.
You all misunderstand. The Xianzhou Lafu is indeed hosting a martial arts competition called the Wardance. Whether you receive an invitation or not, anyone who wants to can register to compete in the Wardance. The sole distinction is that invited guests, upon qualifying through a test, get to partake in the prestigious Ringmaster's Challenge, facing off against the Xianzhou Lafu's Ringmaster. As for ordinary contestants, they will have to participate in knockout stages and rise through the ranks to reach the ultimate stage of the Ringmaster's Challenge.
To challenge the Luofu's Ringmaster. That's the ultimate goal for all the contestants?
That's right. Although you didn't receive an invitation, you can still participate in the war dance. You'll definitely have a chance to win and gain honor.
But Mr. Svarog has a point. According to calculations, we can't afford this.
Money can't buy relationships. This invitation that's been delayed for 400 years must be a marvelous twist of fate. And since fate has brought you all here to the Lafu, we will not fail in our hospitality. Please, be assured that I will report this incident and ensure that the Belobog representative team receives the same accommodation and treatment as all other esteemed invited guests. However, Mr. Luka, you will still have to participate in all the knockout stages and work your way up to the final stage.
Really? At your expense?
The heart of the war dance is all about celebrating martial arts and fostering friendships. My friends, how could we possibly allow you to fret over food and lodging?
Thank you, Miss Shikue! I'll treasure this opportunity! And just like that, by the grace of Miss Shikue, I didn't die before achieving success! I just learned this old Shinzo saying a few days ago. I've successfully become a competing fighter in the war dance!
Luka, you are absolutely radiating with newsworthiness. I've decided to follow you and report on your progress throughout the competition.
If only everything were as smooth as when it started. If I had participated in the competition these past few days, I wouldn't be so anxious right now. It's been days since I've registered. I haven't participated in a single match yet. Today's my first one. But forget about competing. I feel like I'm struggling with just normal, everyday life. I'm already halfway into the realm of needing help with daily activities. Why don't people accept shields? You can pay for things by just swiping a gemstone trinket? Why doesn't anyone look their age? I approached this girl with pointy ears to ask her for directions, and I called her little girl, and she got mad. She said she was over 340 years old. So now, I'm even afraid to talk to people. Oh, and meals. I'm really not used to the food on the Shinzo. Yesterday, I ate a bowl of chili oil beef offal stew for dinner, and today, I've been blowing up the toilet with my flaming rockets.
Ooh. I feel ya, Luka. I also can't get used to the food on the Xianzhou.
Miss Carmela, you can't get used to the food either?
Well, not exactly. It's because I'm an Intellitron.
Huh.
Sorry. Please, continue.
Anyways, this is the first time in my life I've felt so useless. I can't even do something as trivial as asking for directions. Thank you for comforting me. Actually, I did do some mental preparations. It's my first time going out to the world, but I didn't expect it to be so overwhelming that I can't keep my footing.
Where are your Belobogian buddies?
Lynx went on an archaeological escapade. She wants to try to learn about Igor's history before he returned to Urilla 6 with that gemmed pendant. Oh, Svarog took Hook out to play. He's really good with kids. I'm so irate, and I'm about to start my first match. I'm in worse shape than ever. The next opponents are several Cloud Knights. Oh, they're like the Silvermane here. Oh, why am I explaining this to you? You should know better than me. I'm the only one who doesn't know anything.
Why not check out who your first opponent is before the competition starts? It's better than wallowing here, as it'll just make you more anxious.
Thanks for talking to me and cheering me up. Sure, I'll head off and meet my first opponent.
Luka has regained his energy. Full health revive, oh yeah!
Oh, look! Those are my opponents for my first match.
Are you here to watch our match?
This is our next opponent, Luka.
Hello everyone, I'm Luka, and I come from Belobog. I'll be exchanging fists with you guys in the ring. I hope we'll be able to take this chance to become friends.
Belobog. Oh, I think Lilgoy mentioned it before, but I can't seem to remember. What kind of place is it? Oh, wow. I can't imagine that. I'm sorry. The Xianzhou Yaoqing doesn't have much artificial snow.
It's okay if you haven't heard of us. I'll make sure the whole cosmos remembers Belobog's name with my fists.
In that case, I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Oh, Sushang used an idiom!
I'm the journalist who's reporting on Luka. It's fine. Just chat like you always do and ignore me. I'm just snapping shots for material.
Are you here to join the tournament with Mr. Luka? Who's afraid? Let me see. Your name isn't on the list. Are you Luka's coach, then?
The iron arm on this red-haired boy looks like it's got power. Definitely capable of taking down a kid with one punch at a time.
But we're not kids. The Cloud Knight's tactical creed is to complement one another and overwhelm with numbers!
That's called a united front. Got it?
My strategy? Sorry. It's my first time participating in the war dance. I'm the only one in my team, so I don't have any strategy to speak of.
It appears our otherworldly friend requires some enlightenment. How about this? The match is starting in an hour. I'll give you some real-life tactical pointers in the ring.
Sleepy Sushang, that's over the line! You were supposed to be our coach when we invited you here. How could you run off to the opponent's corner?
It's just, our friend from afar requires some assistance, that's all. Don't we Cloud Knights also earnestly help out and provide direction to the travelers we encounter on our daily patrols?
It'll be your fault if we lose.
Enough chit-chat, get back to your prep.
I appreciate it. Thank you, new friend, whose age I won't try to estimate. We're heading back to the lounge.
See you in the ring!
So, the coach of my opponent for my first match is going to give me tactical advice in the ring? I am bewildered by the Shenzhou people's hospitality. What a kind-hearted person.
This is your first match, Luka. You're bound to win.
Let's say some
time. Luka, you're gonna be fine. You're the boxing champion of Belobog. The Clown Knights. Aren't they just the Silvermane guards? I'm pretty confident of my odds against them. Except Mr. Chapard. Luka, you're the best. You're not gonna lose. Go get him!
Luka, ready for your first match?
I think more or less, maybe, perhaps, I'm ready.
Luka, have more confidence in yourself.
Your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your good buddy Albert. Welcome everyone to the Wardance's knockout stage, brought to you live. Presenting the two corners of this match, we have the Lofu's Cloud Knights, Lil Gwei Support Association. And representing the city of Belobog, Luka Strongarm. Between these two groups of contenders, who will emerge victorious? We wait with bated breath.
Come at us, Mr. Luka. My team will show you the prowess of the Cloud Knights formation. Nope, I'm not about to suffer in pain. It's much easier being a coach. Of course, being a spectator is the easiest. Lil Gwei's up there in the stands right now, watching us duke it out from her vantage point. Oh, she's such a baddie.
Hear that, everyone? Lil Gwei is someone in the audience watching us. Brothers, we mustn't disappoint our Lil Gwei!
Woohoo! For Lil Gwei, we will emerge victorious!
If I lose, those people dear to me will be disappointed too. Looks like we have to give it our all.
If the Cloud Knights fail, Lil Gwei will be disappointed. If the Cloud Knights win, our friends from Belobog will be disappointed. No matter the ending, disappointment inevitably awaits one party. Oh, welcome to the cruel world of competition.
For Lil Gwei, form up!
Let me remind you, on the Wardance stage, the atmosphere of the spectators is very important. Show off your flashy moves and make the audience cheer for you. Do we still have the upper hand?
The punches decide. Step out of it.
Brothers and sisters, it's time for us to show off our stuff.
Luka seems to be struggling to land a counter. What is Luka going to do? Luka deflects the Cloud Knight's attack and turns the tide of the match.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Small fry. Don't get cocky.
Component damage. Caught in the web.
The opponent strikes again. How will Luka react?
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Keep patching me up.
Let's rock.
Luka has done the arena, please. 6 seconds.
That'll take more than a minute.
Everyone is screaming for Luka.
Ready to lose your... You can fight it, or rock with it!
Brothers and sisters, get it together. Lil Gwei is watching.
This... Why is there a fragmentum creation? Am I hallucinating?
Nap time.
Remember this moment. Enemy targets detected.
Luka isn't able to deflect the Cloud Knight's attack. Then down once again. The opponent is not leaving any openings for Luka.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Naughty Chad.
Lancing's ready for another.
Come, let's steal the winning blow. Don't give him another chance.
Looks like Little Blade Support Association is ready to end this match once and for all.
No. How can it be?
Luka's been knocked down. Rise again in pursuit.
Hey, coach! Don't just stand there staring.
Then, should I go up there myself and defeat you guys for him?
Ugh, of course not. Come, let me show you how it's done. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it, or rock with it!
Get cocky!
This song's for
Enemy
you!
data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Ready to jam. Keep up!
Nap time.
Where's the applause? Let's see some sparks fly! Give up. Step out of it.
Enemy targets detected.
The punches decide.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Turn it up!
Luka's a miracle. Nice.
Where's the applause? Let's see some sparks fly!
Ready for another?
Small fry.
And the winner is Luka Strongarm! Who would have thought a rookie challenger like Luka would win? But how much further will he make it? Stay tuned!
Something feels off. What is happening to me? I feel a little strange. I just saw those Cloud Knights grow fangs and claws, like they were demons.
Hey, show a little sportsmanship. You've already won, so what's with the insults?
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. I just feel like everything I'm seeing is a hallucination.
Are you too stressed out? When I was younger, every time before the day of exams, it also seemed like my textbooks grew fangs and talons, as if they were demons.
Your situation is clearly different.
If you're too stressed out, how about a bottle of Sweet Dream Soda? This is the Cienjo version of Soul Glad, and it helps you sleep better too. Grab some Sweet Dream Soda, a sweetness that's bound to last. I was in charge of outsourcing Soul Glad's ads during my 6th internship period. Some of it might have turned into a mechanical reflex.
I feel much better. I'm very sorry if I said anything rude just now. I really think those Cloud Knights are a cut above the rest.
Excessive compliments can seem disingenuous if overdone, pal. We're just your typical rank and file.
In terms of martial prowess, the average Cloud Knight appears to match even the most elite Silvermane squads.
Your praise is making me all confused now. Wait, could it be that we're actually pretty strong?
Those Cloud Knights said they were just ordinary soldiers. They were tough as heck, and yet they're just the Luofu's most ordinary fighters. Urillo 6 has been isolated from the cosmos for so long that I'm clueless about things everyone else takes for granted. Forget strength. Even the gap in everyday knowledge isn't something I can get past overnight. But no matter how wide that gap is, I must wield my fists. I must fight, and I must win. Right now, Lady Bronya, Master Oleg, and Zila, all the people who stayed in Belobog are working day and night to keep it up and running. Mr. Japard placed his faith in me, entrusted me with the chance to represent Belobog. I cannot disappoint him. Any of them. I must offer nothing less than victory. So, I would like to officially ask you to be my coach. Because you're strong, and you know plenty of strong people. When you were pretending to be my coach in the last match, you were a great help. I want to bridge the gap between myself and this world. Trailblazer, will you help me? Thank you, Coach! I'll do my best to keep up and train seriously.
Such a burning friendship. Don't do this to me, guys. My camera, it's getting wet. And the shot, it's getting blurry. Luka, I'll do everything I can to assist you. You'll both become the most legendary coach and fighter team there is. And I'll create a special feature that will finally bag me that permanent role.
Oh man, Miss Carmela, why is your dream making me tear up too?
Enough about me. I'll brief you on the rules for the next match first.